Hi, I'm Paul Ritter with Interactive Media Strategies, and welcome to this Thought Leaders Webcast featuring Excellence in Enterprise Video Award winner Barnes & Noble Studio, nominated for the award by the Feed Room. In this feature webcast, we have the chance to hear from Mike Skagerlund, who heads up Barnes & Noble Studio, the online multimedia destination from the world's largest bookseller. You'll hear how Barnes & Noble leverages video content not only within the Barnes & Noble Studio site, but across the barnesandnoble.com website, and even capturing video from local stores across the country to bring interesting stories and engaging video interviews to book enthusiasts from around the world.
My name is Mike Skagerlund. I'm the Vice President and Head of Digital Content and Community at barnesandnoble.com. And my role is really to, first of all, aggregate book-centric video and audio in an area on the site called the Barnes & Noble Studio. We aggregate content from publishers and other third-party producers of video, and we produce our own productions as well, using a variety of different producers who help us create that content. There are a few key things that we're looking to achieve with the Barnes & Noble Studio. In no particular order. One is to provide a fantastic user experience for our users when they come to the website. And we believe that the browsing nature and the destination of the Barnes & Noble Studio itself helps to achieve that goal. Another goal is to actually sell advertising around the media that we have. And of course, the other goal is what you'd expect it to be. We want to help try and sell books. And we believe that the presence of our programming and our publishers' programming on our product pages is very helpful to doing that. If you come to a site and you want to find out a little bit more about a book before you make that final decision to purchase it, the video is right there. Video is an incredibly useful medium because it telegraphs information amazingly efficiently. And it allows us to tell stories about authors. It allows us to tell stories about books. It allows us to tell stories about readers. And that really is the sort of the main thrust of what we're trying to achieve at the studio, is to try and celebrate all of those things. And video is a tremendous way to do that efficiently. In March of 2008, we launched the Barnes & Noble Studio, and since that time we have produced approximately 10 original productions. And that is not including all of the video that we capture in some of our stores around the country. The way that we organize that video is to split it up into channels, which are roughly equate to the kinds of genres that people are used to looking for and searching out in bookstores. So some of those original productions, examples of those would include Barnes & Noble Tagged, which is a weekly hosted series hosted by a lady called Molly Pesci, who interviews authors and talks about her top 5 picks for the week. And that is without doubt our biggest production, week in, week out. We shoot 2 episodes every 2 weeks, usually anyway. And we have been able to attract, with the help of our publishing partners, some really terrific guests for that. Another series that we have is Meet the Writers with Steve Bertrand. This is a series that we produce up in Chicago, and he has interviewed a great deal of authors, many authors from all over this country and indeed beyond, a very diverse range. And he spends 15 to 20 minutes interviewing authors, so we get into a little bit more depth in that particular show. One of the most exciting and new productions that we're doing, if you can call it a production, is something called Blogging Booksellers. And why we're so excited and so in love with this idea is that in many ways it is the polar opposite of a highly produced production or series like Book Obsessed. It is a very simple idea. What we do is we send out little flip cameras. They're very small cameras. They're very easy to use. We send them out to selected Barnes & Noble booksellers around the country, and we ask them to blog once a week for up to a minute about pretty much anything that they want to, providing of course it's to do with the store or the books that they're reading or recommending. And what of course I think sets Barnes & Noble apart is in many ways our booksellers. They're very passionate people and they know a great deal about books and writers, and so we're able to tap into those into that population and tap into their expertise and their passion. So we send these cameras out. They do. They produce themselves. They produce the videos. It's very simple for us. They send back the files through something called Really Simple Upload, which is provided by our partner, the Feedroom. And we look at those videos as and when they come in. They really do not need editing. In fact, they're not supposed to really need editing. They're supposed to be kind of real and rough and ready and sort of as you would expect them to be. And we post them as and when we get them. And what we find is that they are really a wonderful glimpse, actually, into the spread and the diversity of the Barnes & Noble stores around the country and the people who work there. I think one of the things that distinguishes the Barnes & Noble studio from everything else that's out there is the fact that it's been thought through as an experience from soup to nuts. And I think one of the things that I'm excited about is that we as a retailer are creating programming which would otherwise perhaps not be made, either on television or on the internet, about books, authors and readers. And I think that's what's very exciting. That's what really sets us apart.
Thanks for watching this Thought Leaders webcast featuring Barnes & Noble Studio. We'd like to thank Mike Skagerlin and his entire team in New York for sharing the innovative ways that the company is using video of all types to achieve very tangible results for the company. I'm Paul Ritter with Interactive Media Strategies. Thanks again for watching.